Namaste, Mr. Sandipan Ray. How are
नमस्कार
you?
सर, कैसे हैं?
Good to see
Very
you.
good, sir. Last but not the least, I think we going to wrap up this discussion after having your views started at 11 o'clock today, and a good number of ladies and gentlemen came in, shared their thought process. So, sir, to start with, your reaction, your views on the budget. How do you assess where the direction is going?
Right. So, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me for this briefing. Uh, this particular budget has been an interim budget, and which is going to be there for another 3 to 4 months. And of course, we are looking to the final budget, which is going to come in the month of July. Overall, if you see, this has been a very inclusive and innovative budget, as also has been shared by our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi. Uh, we see that there has been primary focus on four main areas. One is for the poor, the Garib Kalyan and Desh Ke Kalyan, what we talk about. Around 25 crore people have been moved out of the multidimensional poverty, state, which is a very good initiative. Because we should look into how we can ensure the well-being of the poor also, and so that they will also grow with the country. Second has been empowering the youth, the fostering entrepreneurship for the youth. 1.4 crore youth has been will be trained under the Skill India mission that will help them to generate livelihood and also create more job opportunities for the people around. And of course, the third is on the welfare of farmers. We call it as a Annadata. And so there has been a crop insurance of the tune of around 4 crores farmers under the Fasal Bima Yojana, which has been brought in. And
Absolutely.
and the fourth being the Nari Shakti for the woman, at large. Around 30 crore Mudra Yojana loans have been disbursed to women entrepreneurs, will be done in this period. This will, of course, give them the boosting and women empowerment, what we are talking about, so that they also stand a good position in the society and grow and set a benchmark. So besides this, there has been very good initiative in other areas. However, coming from the MSME sector, there hasn't been much thrust given. Last budget has been more of a MSME budget with a lot of schemes which were launched. However, that will continue to remain in this financial year also. Yeah.
Yeah, this is something which we have been discussing from the morning. There's not much of trust, or there's not much of specific schemes or direction been given in MSME apart from what been there in last year and continues.
Yeah.
So Mr. Ramesh, you have been doing a lot of work on the MSME loan. So can you just share your views and observation how the MSME, because MSME per se is always a cash strapped. They always look at cash flow issues. One of the key challenges, working capital has always not been there. How do you think this cash flow management, and how do you think that the funds which they are looking at, even they will have work on hand, but they cannot take the project because of the fund issues. Where how it has evolved in over the last 8-10 years of this government, and what is the direction the government is sharing with us for them in future?
Yeah. So precisely, we all know MSME is the backbone of today's economy and as to the growth of the GDP of the country. And a lot of initiatives have been taken in the past. Uh, so to say, if I talk about specific schemes for MSMEs in the financial, as the financial support is concerned, CGTMSC is one of the scheme which has been introduced years back. It was with a focus to support MSMEs up to 1 crore loan without any collateral, which was enhanced to 2 crore. And the last, during the COVID period, it was enhanced to 5 crore. So today, any MSME can avail a loan without any collateral up to 5 crore. That is for micro and small entrepreneurs up to 50 crores without any collateral. It is also available for greenfield projects also. And herein the three bodies, including the Government of India, Ministry of MSME, and SIDBI has come together and has been guaranteeing the loan to the lenders that the money would be recovered, and a guarantee fee has been taken from the MSMEs. So this is one of the scheme which is available. And then there are many other schemes like PMEGP scheme, that's the Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program, and Chief Minister's Employment Generation Program. However, the MSMEs today are absolutely unaware about all these schemes, which are around, I would say 90% of the MSMEs are today absolutely unaware about these schemes. So they find it very difficult to have access to this finance. So companies like us, Rupee Boss Financial Services, we are one of the leading distributors in the finance space for MSMEs exclusively. We have 100 plus banks and NBFCs we are partnered with to support MSMEs to get arrange a loan as low as 1 lakh to 1,000 CR. So even for an unsecured loan from 5 lakhs to 10 crore, we can arrange it for the MSMEs. And that's how we have been creating awareness and reaching out to all the MSMEs to ensure their financial need is met.
We will have a separate discussion with you on this particular scheme which is available from government, and that needs to be definitely communicated to the lot of MSMEs because they are not aware of many of them. That's the sad part of it, but that we will definitely like to have a separate discussion, and we would like to share that with you, our members of MSME community. Looking for the budget, I think there are a few areas where the government is really focused a lot, which is given some focus. One is it the sustainable and green economy. Another is open aviation, spiritualism, and defense indigenization. What do you think this will have an impact on the MSME sector as such?
So I think today every MSME is being MSME, or I would say any startup who wants to start with his entrepreneurship journey is looking out for opportunity or a sector to start with. So when a lot of trust has been given in these areas in terms of whether it is housing or tourism or agriculture or food processing, these are areas where these MSMEs or any new entrepreneur who wants to start can know the entire genesis behind this entire how the business model works, and they can get ventured into it, and they can come to us at MSME Bharat Manch or any other platform where they can get a handholding to start this entire project, and that will definitely give them a lot of boosting, and because they need to understand the DNA behind the business, and that will help them to move to the next level.
So one more thing, as most of the people we have discussed in the morning, they said that this budget is not only budget for, though it's an interim budget, but the focus is, narrative is about the last 10 years. And you've been working with entrepreneurs, you're working with MSMEs as such. Let me understand and get your views about how the entrepreneurship landscape has evolved in last 10 years or a decade, and how it's been expected to grow or go in next few years or 10 years or so.
So, see, I remember, years back, we used to be told that you need to study and get a good job. And, so we don't come from a business backgrounds. That's the reason you get into some government job or some private organization. So there is no business acumen to start any entrepreneurship or any venture. Now today, we encourage youth to be a job giver and not be a job seeker. And a lot of initiatives have been, launched by the government to foster entrepreneurship. there are a lot of unemployment. People have lack job opportunities, so they can be made aware about various options which are available and the subsidies they can get, like the one scheme, that is a PMEGP scheme, Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program. Now, this is to foster entrepreneurship. So when you become an entrepreneur, you are onboarding at least 3 to 5 team members under you. So as it is, you are giving a job opportunity to them. So that's how you build up your entrepreneurship. And so there is a lot of support from the government. And so that can be built up. That's number one. Second thing, even we as an organization, which we are primarily into loans and also all the 360-degree solutions for MSMEs, we foster entrepreneurship by inviting students, management students, housewives, even retired, government officials, professionals who are looking at opportunities. They don't know, they want to start something, but they don't know what to start and how to start, including a community that is a differently abled community, that is Divyangs, who don't get an opportunity to become self-reliant. So I think these are the segments we need to look into, and we can get them to nurture them and make them entrepreneurs.
Great. I think that's something which is important for us as a business, as an as a country to spend focus and build a community of entrepreneurs to give jobs instead of looking for jobs coming in from the government sector alone.
Right.
Uh, Ramesh, I think we are just coming to the end of the segment today. Before we wind up, and my last question to you is your wish list when the complete budget is presented in May or in June or July. What is the three most important thing you'd like the next finance minister to have in his or her budget speech?
So I think this interim budget has very well set the tone of the vision statement, visions, whatever has been made. We're talking about Vikasit Bharat, India as a developed economy by 2047. And so today we are being recognized. We are a model, role model country today for other countries. World is looking at to us today. So, of course, the kind of growth that we have made in terms of whether it is infrastructure or any other industrial sector, uh, of course, it should be a win-win situation. Government is definitely taking measures to support every other segment. This year, it has been on this four key areas, as I mentioned: the poor, women, youth, and the farmers. And of course, being from the MSME sector, MSME being the backbone of the economy, we expect a lot of thrust coming into play to support MSMEs. I would only suggest that when the schemes and initiatives are launched, this also has to reach the last mile MSME. Now, 80 to 90% of the MSMEs are seldom aware about any of these schemes. They don't know what is in it for them. And even if they know about the subsidy schemes, they don't know where to knock the door. So there should be an aggressive campaign or an awareness program the government should run through various bodies, pan-India, state-wise, local-wise, which will help every MSME to avail this benefit. And that's how we can see the growth of MSMEs and overall the society at large.
Absolutely, the growth of MSME will definitely have a direct impact on the growth of growth of the country and the economy per se.
Yes.
Dr. Ramesh, thank you very much for being part of this discussion and sharing your views on the budget. We hope to connect and get a little bit more information about how the different schemes can be availed by the MSMEs. So that's something we can do it in future. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.